Welcome back to Strategy and Snark. Today we're going to look at the level 9 free quests, of which there are actually only one. The other one was part of Delera's chain, so it got moved into that episode. So this one is really just one quest. We're getting kind of close to, there's a point where the game was already a free-to-play game, and when they introduce free quests, it's because it's like the introductory quest to the new pack they just put out. So pretty soon we're going to be just doing adventure pack to adventure pack back to back. But there's still a couple of random free quests thrown in here. Level 9, we have Inquisitor Lightbringer here in the middle of House Fjarlin. Up on top, like, so if you can't find her, it's because she's up on top of this building. Like, I guess this is like a rooftop stage kind of thing. So, she is going to send you to the Temple of Vol, which is pretty ballsy that there's just straight up a place called Temple of Vol just sitting there. It is not quite as deadly as the desecrated Temple of Vol can be, but we won't be there for a while. This is one of the original, like, big named item farm quests. This used to drop one of the best longbows in the game. Like, it was damn near the best longbow for a long time, and even when it wasn't the tippy-top best, it was still impressively good. Mostly because it had a likely unintended interaction with some of the improved critical abilities, so it would critical on like a... oh, what was it? It was something stupid, like you criticaled on a 9 and higher. It was that stupid, whatever the range was, it was stupid. Hi guys. So this all looks like a normal church, despite... that's interesting. I didn't realize talking to him did anything. I was just talking to him, like... okay, anyway. It looks like a normal church. Apparently that guy runs away, and we charge in and kill that guy, because we assume he's evil. This is a problem. So, I have true seeing, so I can see this door. If your character doesn't have search, and doesn't have some way of detect secret doors, true seeing, something, this is not a freebie door. There's a lot of, like, hidden doors in this game that are only hidden because they want you to push the little thing, and, like, even if you have 0 search, you can still find the door. This is not one of them. I have had a character just flat out unable to do this quest without somebody else to open that door. They don't typically do that anymore. They kind of don't they don't require you to have a specific skill in order to open doors anymore. But this is an old quest. This is very old. Sometimes they go back and fix these kind of things so that they'll do something like the guy I talked to. I honestly thought he was going to run into that room and run down the hallway and open the door for us, because I don't remember him ever moving before. Moon Willow? I don't have a ranged weapon. Laser, go! Oh my god, that actually worked. There's traps here. I'm pretty sure I can just jump them. So we have this Book of Vol. We're going to read the book, and that allows us to go through these left and right doors. And then there's a lever on both sides. We hit both levers. It opens the door in the middle. We've seen this 100 times. We know what's up. But even though the basic premise is simple, these two are very different hallways. This one's all frozen. We're going to be seeing more of these necromancers, but also... Oh, and watch those dread zombies. I've pointed them out before. They have a lot of HP for their level. We have some glacier wolves. I was going to say winter wolf. Glacier wolves down here. Going to be an ice trap, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there it went. As I just immediately turn... Whenever I go and say there's a trap, and then I take 2 steps and there's a different trap, it feels like walking into a sliding glass door. That's what that feels like. So, when you get to the door at the bottom of both hallways, really, the rooms are very trapped, like trapped all over. The trap boxes are like in weird spots in the room too. They're not in the safe spot. And there's can I target it from here? There's like an altar back there, which is what we need to click on, and a named mephit. We don't actually have to kill the named mephit. We just have to hit the lever or the altar. So one of the ways we can do this is kind of jump ourselves around here, target it, and tell the hireling to go do it. So the hireling takes all of the risk of running through the traps and everything. Oh, she didn't quite get... There we go. It goes bright. We leave. Yes, I would survive easily. But when you're playing solo, you kind of just use the hireling to go pull levers, especially if you know it's trapped. Just use the hireling. Boing. I guess I could be a good boy and cast fire resistance. So got an ice hallway, got a fire hallway. What is it? Hellhounds, I think, is the little bonus enemy we fight on this side instead of the glacier wolf. I see a ghost. So yeah, old quest, million traps. As usual. They just don't do traps like they used to. Which is probably for the best, because honestly, only having a couple classes that can deal with it and everybody else just constantly takes damage. I get it. I get why they stopped putting so many traps in. And a little quality over quantity. The traps they do put in usually have like more unique aspects to them. They're not just, here's a blade trap, it's in the way. It's like, okay, well here's like an obvious giant spinning saw blade thing, and there's maybe a lever that turns it off for a moment, or you can do something else to disable it. Like, they're more interesting because they do them less often, and they're more complicated. Instead of just like, I mean, look at this. Is anybody really surprised that there was just a bunch of fire in the fire-themed hallway? Alright. We flipped both of the things. I believe we just... Yeah, you just run towards the door, it'll open. Whoop. I was really expecting him to die in one hit. Getting those little stacks of bonus damage because we're hitting undead. Are you sure you guys wanna... I am exceptionally good at killing everything in this area now. Alright. The boss of this quest used to be a bit tricksy. So this was one of the only vampires in the game. I hear ghosts. Come on, ghosts, attack me. There we go. So there he is. There's our boss. He has the ability to cast Dominate, which can't take your player and make you do anything, but it can basically make you hold in place and just stand there. I believe that we are passively immune to it because we're a paladin, like one of these million things that my being a paladin does. If you are not a paladin, you can use the protection from evil spell. Will just blanket make you immune to that effect. I have not yet picked that spell up because I have like no spell slots. So instead we're going to cast Sword. He will try to disappear in the middle of the fight. He runs away, we get these wolves. You can kind of tell where he is because the words over his head follow him. And all those hits, and then the hireling's like, pew, 600 damage. So the silver longbow still drops. It got a nerf that made it so it didn't like crazy stack with everything. Ooh, what are you? Hide and move silently plus 10. Bound to character on equip. I mean, I'll take it because it's new, but stealth in this game, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like, I remember it didn't work at all when I was first playing, and then like because there was a bug, a long-standing bug, and they fixed it, and stealth worked for a while, and then because stealth got good and players were sneaking through quests instead of killing everything, they nerfed stealth. And then stealth was bad and no one used it, so they had to roll back the nerf. But then something else broke, and then stealth has just never been good since. And I don't think you can stealth Reaper at all unless you have crazy high stats. But what is Divine Light? Interesting. It does holy damage and light damage. That's pretty cool if it wasn't a tower shield. Behold my holy shield. Kerbonk, kerbonk, kerbonk. I'm still going to take it because it's neat. Is that better than our current shield? No, we have Ice Guard. Ice Guard makes our shield better. Next time on Strategy and Snark, we're going to do the only remaining level 9 quests. That's right, there were only 1 free quests, and there's only going to be 2 videos at level 9. Because of the way that levels kind of roll forward, like when we did Threnel, it starts at level 8 but stretches into level 10. Because of all of the other chains that have done the same thing, the only remaining level 9 quests in general are the Red Fens. So next time, that's where we're going. For me, it's going to be now, but for you, it'll probably also be now if you're really watching these realistically.